What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is the return of Persona 5. This song is called Price. I've never heard of this song. I've heard quite a bit of Persona on this channel, but I've never even heard of the name Price. And this is requested by Jack, but this was moved up in the list by PhoenixDecim. Before I move on, let me explain a little bit what happened here. I decided to do a little challenge in my Discord, and basically I made a little, I have a lot of original music and riffs that I've made throughout the years, and I made a challenge to whoever can pretty much attempt doing it or copying it. I'll honor a request for them, and they chose this one out of the list. So a big shout out to Phoenix for actually figuring out the riff. If you're more interested in that, you can look at the Musicians Lounge in my Discord server. Anyways, so thanks Phoenix for attempting it and getting this request up here. And I'm sure Jack appreciates it, and me, because it's Persona 5. So I discovered Persona on this channel. Let's get right into it. Never heard of this song. I can expect Shoji, and I can probably expect Lin, but we'll see. Price. Very oh, the drums picked up. Was that like an Arabic? What was that? It sounds electric, so it's not bagpipes. Oh, the organ. Hey, hold on. Every time Persona's on, I'm gonna pull up the bass, dude. Every time. What is that drum sound too? Bongos? Has a very like beach, aquatic surf feel to it. Walking down the boardwalk type of thing. Oh, and then the bass is following it too. I love that the drums pick up right there. That's a lot of flavor. The fact that the bass is playing along with it is I really love the drums of this song. I love the organ too. Down, down, up. Yeah, that's the bass. That's a bass like up there in like the second position. To me, that sounds like around the 10th fret of the bass. Oh. It's over? Well, no Lin. Dude, Shoji Meguro might have like one of the most broad palettes I've ever heard. Okay, well, I don't know, again, if this is a paddle theme or something, but I definitely didn't feel that. I felt more like we're strolling along. I kept getting, I saw a lot of aquatic. So beach, parasols, boardwalk, ocean. I kept thinking that whole water, I guess, water and like resort. That's just the sound I got. I don't know where that plays. It's called Price. Well, maybe it could be a play on words, right? Like a store, like a shop. I could kind of see that as a shop too. I don't see it, but I can hear how that would go over like menu, like ding 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 ding, and then, you know, are you sure you want to purchase type of thing. So I haven't said this since the first episode, but it reminded me of Cool Spot. There was a game on Sega Genesis and I think the Super Nintendo where it was a game like made by 7-Up, the soda, and it was called Cool Spot. And if you look at maybe 5 seconds of footage of that game, you'll understand why I thought that. And also the music was kind of somewhat similar. But yeah, the music, of course, was the main talking point here. Very, you know, pretty repetitive, but it kept me hooked the whole time. It wasn't boring at any moment. Wow, dude. First of all, I don't know what the hell that instrument was that I kept hearing. It definitely sounded electric or synthesized or a patch on the keyboard. It definitely had that sort of feel. It didn't sound like a... At first I thought it was bagpipes, but I'm like, no, it doesn't sound like someone's blowing into something. It sounds more like an electronic signal. I don't know what it was, but it sounded very Arabic for some reason. The organ was awesome. It totally fit with this vibe too that I'm thinking in my head of just like strolling and just kind of just chilling. The bass was probably my second favorite thing in this whole song because it was everywhere. It had a drum break with the bass at the end of it to kind of start to loop over. Very crunchy, big, thick bass, thick with 2 C's. And then we had the main part that it was like following the melody. Dun, 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 dun. So it was playing a lead as well, which sounded awesome. And you don't really hear that too much in bass. You don't really hear lead bass. And then finally, sorry I don't have much to add, but the drums are really sick. You know, percussion is kind of hit or miss, no pun intended. It's either just there as like just carrying the song, or it can stand out and do its own thing. This one stood out, and this was my actual favorite part of the song, was the percussion. It kept changing, it kept messing with the cymbals, it kept changing time, and then just little things like that add a lot of flavor, you know, just from like the simple cool groove into the double time feel of it, but it's the same tempo. Little things like that. It's really, really fresh. It was a very welcome thing, I guess. I had a lot of like fun listening to it. I just kept hearing new things, and I feel like one listen is not enough. This is going to be like kind of on a playlist of mine. I have certain playlists for different occasions, and yeah, this is definitely I'm gonna hear more things every time I listen to it. Don't know what the name means. Like I said, price could mean a myriad of things, but maybe it is a store. Maybe it's a store at a beach. Now we're thinking. Now we're going deep. But please tell me, you know, of course, where it is, because I have no clue. I just have this image. But yeah, I'm very impressed with Persona, obviously, but 5 is... I've said it before, but Persona 5 has such a quality. The mixing and mastering is just so well done. It just sounds so good. What else can I say? Shoji is becoming one of my favorites, and I'm vastly impressed what you can do. Cool song. Very, very cool song. And I'm itching to know when it plays. Short but sweet, simple but effective, and my favorite term, less is more. Although there was a little bit less, there was a little bit more in the less is more here. It's pretty rad. Thank you, Jack, for that. And again, thank you, PhoenixDecim, for accepting the challenge and getting this up there. I'm really glad you did. If you want to do the same thing, you can request on Patreon or PayPal. And those are guaranteed ways I will check out your song if you don't mind waiting. If you do not want to wait, there is the Patreon Platinum tier, which expedites your request to the very top. And a big shout out to Aiden, Justin, Kevin, Mushi Mary, the BRM, and your average metalhead for being a part of that. Thanks to all my other Patreon supporters. And I might do more future, musician challenges in the future, so keep an eye out for that. But in the meantime, my name is Jesse. This has been the Auditorium. I will see you dudes and dudettes in the next one. Take it easy.